You ever see something that looks so much like pure magic, you really have to wonder if it's real? Well, today, we're looking at a material that does exactly that. It's a metal that honestly seems to have a mind of its own. A metal with a memory.
So take a look at this. It's a really fine mesh made of this special alloy. Now, just watch as it gets completely mangled. I mean, it's bent, twisted, totally squashed. It looks like it's ruined, right? For any normal metal, that would be it. Game over. Permanent damage.
But then, something absolutely incredible happens. With just a little bit of heat, it just springs back to life, perfectly recalling its original super intricate shape. No dents, no creases, just perfect. It's literally like watching a video in reverse.
I mean, it seems impossible, doesn't it? A chunk of metal that just refuses to forget what it's supposed to look like. So the big question we're going to answer is, how on earth is that even possible?
Well, the answer isn't magic. It's actually a brilliant piece of material science. The material is an alloy called Nitinol, and we are about to break down exactly what makes this stuff so smart.
So first things first, where did that weird name Nitinol even come from? It's actually way simpler than it sounds. The name is just a mashup of its two main ingredients, nickel, which has the chemical symbol Ni, and titanium, with the symbol Ti. Put them together and you get nitinol. Pretty straightforward.
But, and this is important, the recipe has to be just right. For a lot of its uses, especially in medicine, the alloy is about 55% nickel. That precision is absolutely critical, because changing it even a tiny bit changes the exact temperature where its memory kicks in. And that right there, that's a huge clue to its biggest secret.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and really see how this works. The secret to nitinol's memory isn't something you can see on the surface. Nope, it's all happening down at the atomic level. And it all comes down to its incredible ability to have two completely different shapes.
This amazing ability has a name. It's called the Shape Memory effect. It means you can completely mangle the material when it's cool, and then, with just a little bit of heat, it'll snap right back to the shape it memorized. And believe it or not, that's just one of its two superpowers.
And here's the core idea. The secret is that nitinol can literally switch back and forth between two different solid forms, two different ways its atoms are arranged. It's kind of like a transformer, but on a microscopic scale.
Let's meet the two personalities of this metal. On the left, you've got the high-temperature phase, called austenite. This is its strong, rigid, memorized state. Think of it like a soldier standing perfectly at attention. Then on the right, you have the low-temperature phase, called martensite. This version is soft, easy to bend, and totally pliable. It's like that same soldier is now doing yoga, super flexible and easy to reposition.
So, what's the trigger? What makes it switch between that rigid austenite form and its flexible martensite form? Like we hinted at before, it's just a change in temperature. Heat it up, it becomes the strong austenite. Cool it down, and it becomes the soft martensite.
Okay, so this is a really cool scientific principle, but what do you actually do with it? Well, one of its most important jobs is something that literally saves lives every single day, the self-expanding medical stent.
So a stent is basically a tiny mesh tube that doctors use to prop open a blocked artery to get blood flowing again. And using nitinol for these little devices was an absolute game changer. Here's why.
The whole process is just pure genius. First, they make the stent in its final expanded shape. That's its high-temp austenite memory. Then they chill it down, turning it into that soft, squishy martensite phase, so it can be compressed into a tiny little tube. A surgeon can then guide this compressed stent through the body right to the blocked artery. And here's the magic moment. As it's warmed up by the body's own natural heat, it hits its transformation temperature. The stent automatically springs back to its original austenite shape, expanding perfectly to push the artery open. No balloons, no extra tools needed. It's just clever physics doing all the work.
But wait, there's more. Shape memory is only half the story. At certain temperatures, nitinol shows off a second, equally amazing property that goes way beyond just remembering a shape.
The second superpower is called superelasticity. The best way to think about it is like an incredibly resilient rubber band that's made of metal. You can stretch it or bend it to an insane degree, and the second you let go, it snaps right back to its original form, no damage done.
Now, to get how special this is, let's compare it to something like steel. If you bend a steel paperclip, the atomic bonds just stretch a tiny bit. If you go too far, and we're talking less than 1%, it's toast. It stays bent forever. But nitinol, it can handle being deformed up to 10% and still spring back perfectly. And the reason is fascinating. It's not just stretching its atomic bonds. It's actually doing that same phase change from austenite to martensite, but this time the trigger isn't heat, it's the physical stress you're putting on it.
You can really see that difference here at the atomic level. With normal elasticity in steel, the atoms just get pulled apart a little, but with Nitinol superelasticity, something way more dramatic is going on. When you apply that force, the atoms literally realign into that more flexible martensite structure to absorb the energy. Then, the moment you let go, they snap right back into that rigid austenite formation. It's like having a built-in shock absorber.
So, as we've seen, what looks like straight-up magic is actually just some really elegant science at work. Let's just quickly wrap up the key takeaways on this incredible smart material.
So, Nitinol basically has two superpowers. You've got shape memory, which is all about temperature, and you've got superelasticity, which is all about stress. And what's so cool is that both of these amazing properties come from the exact same secret, that reversible atomic-level dance between its two crystal structures, austenite and martensite.
This quote really nails the bigger picture here. When you can literally program a shape into a piece of metal, tell it what shape to be and when to become it, you totally change the rules of what's possible in engineering. From medical devices that build themselves inside our bodies to new kinds of engines in aerospace, Nitinol leaves us with a huge question. What else could we build with materials that can think for themselves?